Hello Zelda fans, I've got some absurd nonsense for you today, some more theory speculation stuff, but actually it's weirdly not that nonsensical. Like, this was going to just be a quick explainer for the new fairy, the mysterious spirit that goes around with Zelda in Echoes of Wisdom, Tri, and it's turned into something else as I uncover more of my little Photoshop document here. I think I've worked out the nature of Tri in a pretty big way, and I think you're going to be pretty interested in this, and I obviously want to know your thoughts in the comments down below. So, this is Tri, the mysterious fairy spirit that obviously gets its name from the Triforce. It's followed around by triangles. Now, those triangles are more than 3, as we've learned from closer inspection on the trailer there. Sometimes it's 4, sometimes it's 1, and they seem to represent the amount of echo abilities you can use to create stuff in the overworld. And it seems to be able to just create matter out of nothing. Pretty godly thing to do. It makes sense that it's connected to the Triforce. And of course, the Triforce is typically within the lore of Zelda. I guess it doesn't really have like allegiances. Like it doesn't seem to necessarily care about the well-being of Hyrule. It's just an ancient relic left behind by the goddesses, and of course the lore of the Triforce is that if someone collects all 3 pieces, they can get whatever wish they want, whether that's Link, whether that's Ganondorf. And typically they are 2 of the 3 holders of the pieces of the Triforce. Zelda is 1, but Zelda is a special exception because she is, of course, the goddess Hylia reincarnated. So she has like a very special connection to the Triforce, and actually in Breath of the Wild, we see her use it or project its image in some way at the very end of the game to seal Ganon. So she's like a sort of demigod, goddess, but now in mortal form. Now, what is Tri to the Triforce then? Is the Triforce come alive? Well, I think I'm not the only one to see the connection between Tri and Fi, or Fi. A lot of people have been, kind of echoing that sentiment. And I think that Tri is what Fi, I want to say Fi because it rhymes, what Fi is to the Master Sword. The Master Sword being another sacred relic of the Zelda universe. It's the spirit that lives within it. It is the essence. So it is sort of part of the 3 golden goddesses. It's a little part of their power left behind with the Triforce, which I think is really interesting. Also, you might be able to see the beginning of an ancient robot here. This is just something, this isn't really that important to any of this. This is just something I saw on Twitter. The ancient robots are ancient by the time of Skyward Sword. Fi is very robotic. It's almost like an AI that lives within the sword. And sure enough, Tri has in its design, you can't see it because I haven't got a close-up here, but you know what it looks like. Has the same thing going on with one small eye, one big eye. And so if there is some kind of ancient technology, perhaps it's somehow connected to the ancient robots. Whatever, speculation, not important. So, have we seen the essence of the Triforce before? And I'm using the word essence very specifically because any of you who watched my video yesterday, which you absolutely should, about where this game might possibly fit on the timeline, I'm talking about like, oh, it's like part of the Triforce come alive, and I'm showing this image. This image, for those of you who, we'll try and do a little zoom in here. This is risky because I don't want to break the whole image. But right here you see it says, I am the essence of the Triforce. This is the Triforce speaking to Link, which doesn't happen often in the world of Zelda at all. And it doesn't say I am the Triforce, it says I am the essence of the Triforce. It's some kind of power speaking through the Triforce. So what exactly is going on here? I'm going to try and realign my my document here. It's all very professional here on Absurd Zelda Theories. What is happening here? Has this happened anywhere else? Well, it has happened sort of in the Oracle games. In Oracle of Ages and Seasons, it seems to be the case that the Triforce, or the goddesses, are sending Link to Holdrum and Librina. However, it specifically uses the word our, except our quest hero, suggesting that Tri might be a sort of multi-being creature, maybe. I mean, it's called Tri. Maybe there's 3 essences in there, a little bit of Din, a little bit of Nehru, a little bit of Faeror. That's totally possible. I think that would be a valid take. Or it literally the goddesses directly talking to Link. But that seems kind of odd because the goddesses are known for like not intervening very directly. The only real example we have is in Wind Waker, and even in Wind Waker, what's interesting about this is that the people pray to the gods, but the image we see is them praying to the Triforce. And you might think, well, yeah, the Triforce is like the conduit to the gods. But that would sort of imply that the people of Hyrule assembled the 3 pieces of the Triforce. You know, the thing that Ganon spends entire games and hundreds of years trying to do, and that heroes are reincarnated and have to, like, earn the Triforce of Courage, where the people of Hyrule just sort of have access to it. I wonder if they're praying to the only thing that they can really pray to that actually is going to intervene. Because in order to access the power of the gods, you actually have to get the Triforce itself. Maybe they're praying to the essence of the Triforce, Tri. And Tri creates for the people of Hyrule an illusionary ocean. It's interesting that the wording in the Hyrule Historia, if you adopt that, is that the ocean that exists in Hyrule is like one of illusion. And Tri has the power to create a special sort of echo form of water. It's not just matter, it can create water as well. So that in itself is very, very interesting. And the reason I want to make a distinction here is because at the end of the game, the King of Red Lions, the King of Hyrule, makes an actual flood. Like, not just the illusionary ocean, but then very real water starts to descend upon the bubble that Hyrule was in. And it seems that what the King of Hyrule is doing is using the 3 assembled pieces of the Triforce to appeal directly to the gods, whereas what the people of Hyrule are doing in the pre-story to Wind Waker is they're talking to the middle management, which is Tri, the spirit of the Triforce, the essence of the Triforce, that kind of speaks on behalf of the 3 golden goddesses, or understands the nature of what they want, similar to, like, Fi being a guiding light for those who wield the Master Sword. Tri, I was doing so well, is the guiding light for those who might seek to use the power of the Triforce, and so can talk both in singular terms. Well, we actually don't know that because we've not seen it talk yet in game, but also perhaps in a sort of plural term, saying except our quest hero. That's the kind of general idea, but where it gets off the chain, where it gets absolutely off the rails, and this could inform future timeline stuff. Again, check out my timeline video after this, see what you think. I want to know your thoughts, whether you have any. And I'm gonna, I think it's time to just head down straight to this corner. You might see the corner of a little bit of the Fierce Deity Link popping out here. And the original Hylian shield with the 4th bit of the Triforce. And the Sheikah medallion, the Shadow medallion that has the upside down Triforce. So you've heard the Tetraforce theory before. It's kind of like, it's almost like the poster child of absurd Zelda theories, because, okay, there's a 4th piece of the Triforce. But maybe that's not what this symbol is. The Triforce piece on Fierce Deity Link, the Triforce piece upside down on the Hylian shield, the Triforce piece upside down on the kind of medallion of the Sheikah people, which are obviously very closely connected to Zelda personally. Maybe what they really represent, that 4th piece, the Tetraforce here, is Tri. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe Tri is the Tetraforce, the 4th piece, the extra bit of the Triforce. Take with that what you will, start speculating where you want to. What might also be the case is, given that Tri works alongside Zelda, and I expect that by the end of the game, Tri will return to from whence it has come, or perhaps it will take a new form. Perhaps it becomes the other thing that people have speculated is the 4th bit of the Triforce or the Tetraforce, the Light Force. I've always assumed that the Light Force is just the Triforce shard of the piece of wisdom, but we do actually see it here in this mural in Minish Cap depicted above an image of the Triforce, suggesting maybe there is a separation to it. If so, perhaps this power, the Light Force that Zelda has here in ages earlier, was Tri. Perhaps Tri becomes the Light Force. It's interesting that it has these little triangles trailing behind it, and it's in the Minish Cap, well, not in the Minish Cap, but certainly in Four Swords and Four Swords Adventures that follow it. We get these, Force gems all over the place, these little floating shards of the Triforce, as if somehow part of the Triforce has left the Triforce, and there's never been a canonical explanation for that. Perhaps that's where it certainly could have a canonical explanation. So, I want to know what you think, for sure. Also, you should absolutely go ahead and check out